1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. From the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. Dancing to his left. That one into the hands of Shepard downfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. This defense for the Colts, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
On the sneak, Rodgers. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they can... Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now this time Rodgers will throw. Flushed out right. This is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Colts are going to get the football back at their own 17. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here we go. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 11. They run once more with Taylor. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running straight ahead, Taylor. They find some open field here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. On one. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10, Taylor now. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here we go.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now it's Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
A give for Taylor running right side. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Yes, sir. 11 MT. 11 MT.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Throw right side, Wilson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. The kick by Bass is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up a bit, a little bit didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The Colts at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
11
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
Kicking into a headwind here in the second quarter.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think someone's going to get him the QB1 too when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Man open, here is Jones. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Now Jones. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll try again with Jones. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guy.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On third down, Burrow.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
11.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Here we go.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
All right, ready? 11, Mike.
Burrow going for it on fourth. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back seven, phenomenal.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Running right, Jones. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Now Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield.
Here we go.
All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Gun.
First down. Here's Burrow. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's good. We're on 4.
The kick by Bass is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
I'm one, right?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a give to Taylor. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Here we go.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And now they will throw it with Burrow. That's to his running back, Gainwell. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he's going to have a Packers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. An inside give to Jones.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Rolling to his right.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Up the middle, Jones. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out to the right here to Shepard. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Jones running left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Here we go.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. Now a first carry for their fullback. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Bass on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Rodgers now to throw. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Rodgers again now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Got a man, it's Tunyon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And again, it's Rodgers. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. The Packers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8.
This is 3rd and 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Again, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones
with career touchdown number 75.
And the Packers have cut it back within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Finding room at midfield.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor,
37 yards.
And the Colts get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So that CD, that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. If you don't make the play, make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle it. But not here. He just kept right on going.
Wentz going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Here we go.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that's complete to Shepard. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Now it's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
One final try now for Rodgers. One last shot at the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half,